All right, hey, HadesOmega here. So it's September 30, 2021. All right, the last couple days of 2021, and what a year has it been? So this is gonna be my PVD vlog for the week. So I didn't work Monday. All right, so I've been getting texts regularly now. So like every day they send a text to all the PVDs. There's like a text message system on your phone, that you sign up for when you become an employee, okay? And so they give you updates through that. So every day they'll tell you, oh yeah, a driver might call you. If a driver doesn't call you, call your supervisor or call the center. And that's what I've been doing, all right, like I've been mentioning. So this week has just been really slow. Okay, so it's like after Christmas, and that's what I expected. I expected it to get pretty slow, is what I'm gonna say. So I did DoorDash today, and DoorDash was like super duper slow too. So, and you know what's funny is, oh yeah, so I didn't work today. All right, it's Thursday. All right, I worked one day this week, and it was Tuesday. All right, Monday I didn't have work. Tuesday I did, and I got about like 70 stops, all right, for my first, yeah, for like what came out of the truck. I got 70 stops, and I got assigned to this cool driver. He likes me, so he requests me. So if there's a driver out there that likes you, they can request like who their PVD is, okay? But I guess they can't accommodate that. They can't accommodate you every day. Okay, is what I say, because there's a lot of PVDs, and I guess they have to give them all some work. Okay, so my day to work was Tuesday. All right, unless it gets busy. All right, they said like the volume isn't a lot. Right, so it's low volume, so they can't have the PVDs go out there and work. Okay. Only some PVDs, all right? And they're saying now Friday, all right? Friday is the 31st, New Year's Eve. There's going to be no PVDs. So I'm like, damn, okay? Because Christmas Eve we worked. Why not New Year's Eve, all right? Do we not do deliveries on New Year's Eve? I don't know, man. It's a good question. But you know what's funny though? I had ordered a package from Poland. All right, it was like a motorcycle part or a bike part, and I had it shipped through UPS, and PVD delivered it to me today because I heard somebody ring the doorbell. I'm looking out like, hey, that's one of those seasonal helper dealies, and I saw like she was driving like a Mercedes sedan or something. I was like, probably not the best vehicle to do PVD work in. So I say, all right, but whatever. At least she's working and making money is what I'm gonna say. Yeah, so yeah, it was some woman wearing the seasonal helper dealie. HadesOmega doesn't live in the area that we deliver in also, so I can't deliver my own packages. This video, here's a funny story. The post office I worked in, it was in the area I lived at, all right? So I actually got to deliver my own mail, and it's kind of crazy, yeah. I actually got to deliver my own mail when I was a postal carrier, when I did that route, because I knew that area pretty well. But anyway, yeah, that's besides the point. Yeah, I only got one day of work this week, guys. It kind of sucks. I don't think we're gonna work on New Year's either, man. So yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. Friday we're definitely not working, and it's Thursday and I'm not working. So I got the text message saying, hey, the volume is low. This morning I got a text message saying the volume is low, and we can't have too many PVDs out there, so it's not enough work for us. So yeah, that's the scoop. So that has been my my experience after Christmas. All right. Before Christmas, yeah, and around that Christmas time, it got really busy, and it kind of died down. I have to say, like, every day that I worked, I pretty much worked the whole December. Every week that I've worked, I've only worked like 3 days. Okay, 3 days in a week, so it kind of sucks. I was hoping I would be able to work like 6 days, From my experience, Mondays are really light, so they're not gonna have you work on Mondays. Maybe, all right. Maybe they might make you work, and they might not make you work. It's like you're kind of at the mercy of, like, whether they need your help or not. Okay, is what I want to say. They probably call us last because we cost the most to get out there. Is what I want to say. That's my guide. Hades Omega doesn't know how they make the decision what PVDs do what. All right. There must be some way that they decide like who's gonna work and who's not. Obviously it's gonna be like who's available for one thing. All right. So yeah, here's some interesting things I heard from the driver that I've been helping. I asked him like, hey, you're a lot better. I wish I had you as my PVD like the whole time, because he had another helper. My story is like so last week I started helping this other driver. He's pretty close to the area I work in. All right, it's a little bit in the busier part of town is what I want to say compared to where I was before. But yeah, his PVD called in sick. All right, somebody called in sick, and so they stuck me on that route. All right, and it was a female, and he was saying like, yeah, like he actually liked that PVD. He said that she was like fast and efficient and all that stuff. But like she would be coming from like weird places, and it was he would call her and say, hey, can you meet me at this place at this time? It's like, no, I can meet you in like hour and a half or something. So she wasn't like very punctual. Say, all right, yeah, that's what I want to say. And he was telling me stories like, yeah, man, the PVDs are like hella demanding. Like sometimes they can work, sometimes they can't. I'm like, damn, for me, it's like I'll work as much as I can work. That's the reason I signed up. I need money, dude. I need to work. So I guess there's some PVDs that they don't work as much. They may have other jobs, or there might be like students or something. Or they're just busy. Maybe they have kids, some stuff like that. All right, but Hades Omega can work like all the time. You say, hey Merlin, can you work? If I'm not like watching a movie that night or doing something, then yeah, I can work. That's okay. And that was my intention, is to work like 6 days a week. All right, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. All right, and Sunday, like. And from what I remember, UPS doesn't normally work on Saturdays, and I heard like, yeah, Saturdays is like overtime if you work on Saturdays. So that's why that's why they ask you if you want to work on Saturday. It's optional, but you get paid extra. And I can understand the drivers, they're working every day, and they want to have time off. When I was delivering mail, I want like every day off was like paradise. So I say, all right, you really appreciated your days off, because like you work so hard, man. Every day you got to do the same work over and over again. So I mean, if I had to do it again, if I wanted to work a lot, man, I have to say, just sign up as a driver, like a seasonal driver. That's what I did 5 years ago. And I liked it. And if I remember correctly, I worked every day as a driver. Like they made you do something every day. So as opposed to PVD, you might get work and you might not work. PVD is like pretty much gig work, man. I'm telling you, that's what it feels like. It's gig work. You go there. It's like you practically have to beg to get work. That's what I say. You have to call and ask them like, hey, do you guys have any work for me? And like they'll say yay or nay. They'll check and then they'll say yay or nay. And every time it's been no. Also, I've been getting done. So I've been getting done a lot later now because I get a lot of work now. I guess they were saying they're going to gradually give you more work and stuff, but it's like, yeah, Merlin's a really good delivery driver, so I can deliver a lot of stuff. I've been doing like 100 stops a day. Okay, so I think that's a lot for a PVD. 100 stops. I can do about 100 stops in about 5-6 hours, something around that. Okay, I will go back to the truck to get so like, yeah, this is what happens. I'll tell you that I've kind of gotten the swing of things, and I know how it works now. The driver will tell you to meet you at a certain address. All right, it could be anywhere, like somewhere he's coming, or maybe he's there right now, or he's on lunch or whatever, and then you're gonna get the packages off of them. And usually they'll assign you two, what did they call? They're called HIN numbers, I guess. But I just call them shelf numbers. They're like shelf numbers, all right? If you look in the truck, the shelves are labeled by these numbers, all right? And they're like in thousands, all right? I think I went over it in an earlier video. Usually I'll get the 7,000s and the 8,000s, all right? All the stuff in the back of the truck, all right? And yeah, this week the driver was pretty busy. His truck was packed to the gills almost, and so you can bet when you go unload those packages off of that driver, it's a sigh of relief for them. You know, the driver I work with though, he's no joke. He's pretty fast. Whenever I come back to pick up more packages, like a lot of the packages are already gone from his truck. I was like, damn, this dude is fast. So he told me, I learned a lot of stuff from this PVD because he's been working for like 5-6 years. Like pretty much when I worked the last time, he was probably working. And he told me that like UPS has changed a lot during the peak season. It's the busy time, the time you want to work, the time you can get the most hours and stuff is like before Black Friday. Yeah, like before Black Friday and like after Black Friday, that period. All right, so HadesOmega joined after Black Friday, all right? I probably should have, if I joined like a week earlier, I probably could have gotten in some of that juicy hours, is what I say, all right? Yeah, and then after that, it just kind of just dies down. Like even during the Christmas time, it's not even that busy. Yeah. So I mean, I remember when I worked during Christmas, it was busy. But he said like it's changed over time. Because they hire the PVDs and they hire extra divers and stuff, they're well prepared for the peak season. So I heard on Christmas Eve they had 130 PVDs on the road. I was like, holy moly, delivering packages. That's a lot. That's a lot of PVDs if you think about it, man. So that's why they're having trouble finding us work, because they hired so many, you know. But when they need help, they got it, you know. They call us up. Okay, so yeah, he was saying like the last couple of years, it hasn't been super busy around like the Christmas time because they have the PVDs now. Right? I think they've only been doing this for like a year or two. Like I think last year they did it because of the COVID thing. Everyone started ordering stuff online. Yeah, it got crazy. So that's why they started doing the PVDs. So now they have seasonal drivers. All right, that's what I did last time. You just hire you off the street to drive their trucks. They have driver helpers. Those are the ones that sit in the jump seat and like they help the driver. They help the driver deliver the packages. Like they tag team it. And then there's us, the PVDs. So they got like 3 forms of, you know, peak season help. Okay, so that's the way it works. But anyway, yeah, this week has been sucked, man. I only worked one day, but the one day I did work, it was good. I had a lot of packages to deliver. I delivered more than 100 packages. So the way it worked on that day was I met the driver at this location. He texted me. He's like, hey, yeah, he requested me. So he's been requesting me. So he says like, hey, can you meet me at this place at 10 o'clock? And it's the same place we meet all the time. And then we'll park backwards to each other, and then he'll start giving me my packages. Like I'll log into the app. I log into the app right when I get there. That's when I punch in, and then he'll start giving me packages. He'll either give me the 7,000s or the 8,000s first. All right, so this week I did the 8,000s first because it was farther in the back. It was easier for him to get in the back of the truck. The funny thing is the 8,000s was probably like 50 stops. All right, the 8,000s were 50 stops and the 7,000s were like 20 stops. So I was like, what the heck, man? What's the difference? How come the 8,000s are so much bigger? But I did the 7,000s first, and dude, there was so many out there. I got a picture. There were so many packages in here, I couldn't even see out the back of the window. And they don't want you to do that. They don't want you to load your vehicle up where you can't see it through the back. But it's like, I don't see that being an issue, because if you drive the package trucks, you can't see out the back of a package truck. You have a camera. There's a backup camera, but that's it, you know? So yeah, is what I'm gonna say. Like, what's the big deal? I would load your vehicle up with as much stuff, but it's not good to load your vehicle up all the way because you won't be able to find stuff. It's if you can do like half of it. And so what I found out is, oh yeah, you know what? I'll go through my setup after I talk about this. but anyway, I found out if you use a organizer, it helps you find the packages. The more organized you are, the easier it'll be to find your packages. And you know, you're not, if it's one thing HadesOmega hates is fumbling around looking for freaking a package in your car, you know. The good thing is the RAV4 is not that big, so you can go through all the packages fairly easily. All right, it's not like a minivan where, like, you know, it could be stuff all over the place. All right, and sometimes you'll get a lot of boxes, and sometimes you'll get a lot of these plastic bags from like Macy's and stuff. So it's a lot of the small stuff. You can't put the big stuff in because sometimes they give you some really big stuff, but you can't deliver the big stuff because it won't fit in here with everything else. So I deliver the big stuff last. That's what I do. I'll do it last or I'll do it first. One of those. But yeah, I took the 8000s. I did most of it. So what helps is the packages that you leave in the truck, like for like the 8000s, he told me the addresses for them. So when I go up to this address when I look up on my computer, the MDA, like what the next delivery is, and I can look at it and say, hey, I don't have that package, don't go to that address, just skip it. So or like I know I did it a bunch of times, you're rifling through the car, you're looking for this package and you can't find it, and you're just like, what the heck, man? And then so you look at your list of packages that aren't on your vehicle, and if it's there, then yeah, don't worry about it. All right, well, there is this instance where you could have like more than one package for one house, and one of them could be in your vehicle and one of them could be on the truck. So it's like, yeah, that kind of sucks. So I delivered it and I had to come back later and deliver the other one. So yeah, you're really limited on what you can deliver is what I can say. Yeah. By like how much stuff you can put in your vehicle. The good thing, the RAV4 is it's pretty big. You can put a decent amount of packages in a RAV4. Yeah. So yeah, I did that. I did the 8000s. Then I went back and I got some of the big 8000s. I took them with me, and I took the 7000s, and the 7000s were really small. I couldn't believe it. It was only half of the vehicle was filled with packages. That's those 7000. I was like, damn, there's like hardly any 7000. I can bang this out really fast. And I was worried the whole time with the 8000s. I was like, what the heck, dude? There's so many packages. And I was like, it turns out that was most of the route right there, that 8000 route. I couldn't believe it. So yeah, and anyway, I went back the second time and I grabbed the 7000s, and then I loaded the backup with the rest of the big stuff. All right, and then I did those. I did that pretty fast. I did it in about 2 hours or something. Like a whole vehicle full, like for me, it takes about 2 hours to deliver it. All right, I try to maybe stretch it out a little bit. You know, you should take breaks. Don't just go hella fast. You know, but yeah, a whole truckload of stuff for me is like, it'll take 2 hours for me to do it. All right, so I kind of got the thing down. So I say, and so what else? After I met the driver one more time. So this is the third time I met up with the driver, and I said, like, hey, yeah, I'll take whatever you want to give me, man. Like, so he gave me some of his packages. He had to do a pickup. All right, so pickups, you have to get there like at a certain time and you pick up all the packages, and you can't have like too much stuff in your truck because you're picking up these packages. So okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm kind of like, the camera's kind of crooked, but yeah, so I took some packages off of him. Not too much. He said he would. So I had some really big packages. Sometimes they send you packages that like you can't even fit in your vehicle. I was looking at like, damn, I don't think I could fit that in there. And like just having big packages is just hard to get it in there because it covers everything, and then you can't get access to everything. So that's what makes it tough with the big packages. But what I want to say, yeah, so I took a bunch of small packages off of him, and so he delivered my big stuff, and then I took the small stuff that he had left over, and so that enabled him, that gave him time to be able to pick up the packages from, it was Petco was where he was picking that from. Okay, so yeah, and then that was my one day that I worked this week, man. I delivered about 100 packages. It was more than 100 packages, and it was like more than 100 stops too. And yeah, it was a good time. So I say, all right, I put in about 6 hours that day, just barely. I just barely put 6 hours. I actually had to take a lunch because I started really early. I started at 10. Generally I'll start at 11. Yeah. The driver will usually call you like around 10:30, and then it takes me about 20-30 minutes to get to where it is. Okay, it could take you longer. It depends on where you live. So I don't live too far from there, and there's generally not been too much traffic. So that's a good thing about leaving later, is there'd be less traffic. Okay, so yeah. Okay, yeah, so that was my one day this week. It was good. It was great that one day, and then that was it. That's all, that's all I got to work. I called, I called yesterday. Yesterday I called. It was Tuesday. No, it was Wednesday. I called yesterday and asked if they needed help, and then I guess it's the same story. Like, I got the same message every day. The volume is low. We can't have too many PVDs out right now. So if you don't get a call and see if you got any work. And I didn't call today. I'm like, man, I don't think they need help today. and then tomorrow we're definitely not working because it's New Year's Eve. They said no PVDs are going to be working on New Year's Eve. So I'm like, damn it. All right. So and then Saturday, I don't know what's going to happen on Saturday. Are we working on New Year's? That's like a holiday, right? So maybe we're not working on Saturday either. And then Sunday we're definitely not working because we don't work on Sunday. So like, yeah, it's like I get like a whole week off pretty much. I worked one day this week. I'm kind of sad. I'm trying to make as much money as I can before the end of the year, man. Yeah, and I'd imagine it's just gonna be like this. But what I did hear from the supervisor is that, like, all the Christmas returns, all right, they're gonna get a lot of Christmas returns for all the Christmas stuff. The people return some of the packages, and then that's how we're gonna get our do our deliveries. So I don't know. I don't understand how that works, because it's packages that are going back to wherever they came from. So I don't know that really helps us. That maybe like the businesses, but for the I'm not gonna lie, for the most part, I haven't delivered to any businesses. I just deliver to houses and stuff, which is fine with me. That's the easy stuff, But yeah, I don't know. I remember when I was a driver, I did a lot of stuff, dude. I delivered to the post office. I delivered to like home businesses. You'd be surprised how much stuff home businesses get, man. A whole truckload of stuff. Yeah, I drove big trucks, little trucks, manual trucks, you name it. I drove it, man. Rental trucks. They rent like box trucks and stuff. Yeah. I felt like I kind of like the driver position better, and you don't have to use your own vehicle. But it is nice having your own vehicle, because you don't have to, it's your own vehicle. You can listen to music. I got heated seats in here. I got a heated steering wheel. But yeah, at the same time you are kind of wear and tear on your vehicle. So that's kind of what it is. But I kind of like it. I might try it. I'd like to try this again next year, earlier. All right. I'd like to. I think all the way in like November. In November, you can already apply for this position. Okay. So maybe I'll try it in November, and then yeah. Seeing as how they're pretty flexible with the schedule too. You can work around your schedule. But I know December, I knew, that's why I started working in December, is because I knew, like, hey, I don't really have anything planned, and I've been motorcycle racing this year, so pretty much all the races end in November. There's some races in December, but I didn't do them. And yeah, so December I didn't have anything, so it's just like, yeah, I just need to work. But it's nice because DoorDash and Uber, they're not very busy during the holidays, is what I'm going to say. From my experience, DoorDash and Uber are not busy during the holidays. So, I mean, sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. But, like, yeah, for the majority of the time, it's not busy during the holidays, because everybody's, not at work type of thing, I guess. And yeah, so that's what's good about this PVD gig, is that it pays good, and like, it's something else to do during the holidays that makes more money than doing DoorDash or Uber. Okay, so HadesOmega does do DoorDash and Uber. So Okay, but the thing is, you can't have the Uber logos on your car. You have to take them off, or you have to cover them. I covered one of mine, and I took one of mine off, and it's just gonna go back on once thing, you know. Okay, so yeah, that's the end of my PVD vlog for the last week of the year. All right, so supposedly this year they're keeping us on until the 15th, but I'd imagine every week is gonna be like this after. From what I remember, when I was a driver before, after like New Year's, it slows down a whole lot, man. And it's like it's gonna be like we're begging for work. So like the driver mentioned, the best time if you want to make some money doing this is to do it before Black Friday and after Black Friday. Okay, that's the best time. So like mid-November to like early December is the peak time, all right, and then like it just kind of fizzles off, all right. The Christmas time it picks up a little bit, and then that's it, and then after Christmas it goes downhill too. So all right, okay. So in another video, I will be going over my delivery setup on my vehicle, and I'll tell you, what has been working for me this time, what I've learned that works for me. All right, HadesOmega out. All right, yeah. So another thing, I forgot to mention. Yeah, the driver that I was been helping, he said like, yeah, he used to be able to do 400 stops during the peak season, and like so they never like do that anymore. They don't do like 400 stops. That's crazy. Like, now when I was a driver, I think the most I'd done was like 200 stops. It is possible because you got a big truck and it's just got like a lot of packages to carry. And yeah, so 200 stops is like, that's a lot, man. That's a lot of work right there. The drivers have like a lot of work to do, that's what I'll say. But you can only do so much stuff with a small vehicle. The most stuff, oh yeah, the most stops that I've done is probably like around 120, maybe 130 stops. That's a lot. And that was like, so I think that was like during like the Saturday of Christmas or something. Yeah, one of those 12-hour days. Yeah, that's like 130 stops or something. It's quite a bit. Okay, sometimes you can go pretty fast. That's what I was there, all right? Because what is it? I used to work for Golden State overnight, and a normal day for me would be like 50 stops. A lot for me would be like 70 stops, but I would cover like a whole like 2 zip codes almost. UPS trucks, man, they only do like a small neighborhood, like a few blocks, like a mile or something. I don't know. It's really tight that their delivery area is what I want to say. It's not really spread out, so that's good. That means less driving for you. It's more delivering packages and less driving. That's what I like, But yeah, that driver said he would do like 400 stops. That's a lot. I can't even imagine doing 400 stops in a day. That's like all day. So, but he said ever since they hired the PVDs and like the helpers and stuff, like it's not like that anymore. And so, I mean, hey, if I was a driver and I worked a lot all the time, I would take as much time off as I could, whenever I could, type of thing. So I would welcome the help from the helpers, the seasonal helpers, is what I say. Okay, yeah. So that's what he was telling me. It's not as busy as it used to be because they hired all this extra help. So that's good. They're not overworking the drivers. That's good. All right.